It's finally time to replace these ugly aftermarket taillights on this 4th gen. So I picked up these aftermarket. These are the candy corn style. They're supposed to be like the Euro style taillights. And I think they're much better. I obviously would have liked factory, but factory taillights are just incredibly hard to come by, or they're stupid expensive. It doesn't even make sense. So we're gonna work with these candy corn ones, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna modify them to make them look a little bit cleaner. Mainly get rid of all that amber that's just sticking out like a sore thumb. So this is what we're kind of aiming for here. So the amber part here, we're gonna tint red. Now you can do this a couple ways. You can use vinyl, or we're gonna use a VHT spray can, and I'll show you that later. But right now we're taping up along the black edge right here. This is, I don't know what this is right here. It's some sort of plastic, but we're gonna tape along, so this, everything on that side of the line is gonna be red. Now I'm debating, because the borders here would look really good if they were black and not tinted as well, but this is tinted red, this is tinted yellow, so this might as well be tinted red once we're done. So this is what we're going to use to tint them red. It's a translucent red lens paint, specifically made for this. Now it's supposed to darken it as well, but also, you know, make it red, reflective and all that. So I'm hoping that the reds match. If not, we can always do a coat over this red and that red, something like that. But for now, let's turn this red. We're going to try to go 2 to 3 coats, see how it looks, and just eyeball it from there. It's a little chilly. It's in the 50s. This recommends painting in the 60 degrees Fahrenheit, but that's okay. So we'll just give it about 10-15 minutes in between each coat. And I want to mention that these are really cheap headlights. Whatever this plastic, I don't know if it's acrylic or something like that, it scratches super easily, and in fact there's scratches on the inside. So there's a little scratch, there's a little scratch. It is what it is. So let's get ready to start spraying this. So it says to do light coats, no heavy coats. Basically that's what we're going to aim for. Make sure my tape sticks down. Alright. And you don't need to do any sort of sanding or prep at all, because if you're spraying on the right material, it's going to adhere. Alright. Now it's kind of spraying out watery. I don't know if this is supposed to be super thin like this, or if it's because it's chilly. So we'll give it 15 minutes. We are 3 coats in, and I just took off the masking wrapper to see how it's looking, and there's a difference. This is more yellow still. So we'll hit it with another coat. I'm not sure if we're really gonna be able to get that deep red because it's on a amber base, but we'll see. 5 coats later, and it looks pretty good. We have the masking tape all off, taking a look, and they're pretty close. This is still a little more amber color because it's just going to be. I think especially in the sun you're going to notice it a little bit, but it's pretty close, and especially on camera they look pretty identical, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think 5 was the right number for me. May or may not be for you. Now, we're going to do one step further, and we're going to hit it with this cheap can of clear. Cheapest thing I could find at the local parts store, and we're going to put that all on. So, I really want to clear all the lenses here. However, there's whatever this is in the middle, it's like electrical tape or some sort of tape like that. And if I spray clear on that, it's just going to flake off, and then it's going to flake everything off. So that's not going to work. I could spend the time to mask off this line and do it that way, but I think it's just going to be easier to just mask off this side, clear this, and then a day later mask off that, clear this, and just kind of do it like that in stages. Take a little bit longer, but at least I won't have to spend so much time masking. So the VHT Nightshades is supposedly a lacquer based paint, so you should use a lacquer base, clear coat, or solvent based, automotive basically. This probably not the right stuff. I believe this is oil based. I couldn't find it on the can, let me know if you know, but Rust-Oleum stuff is usually the acrylic enamel. So I've given it, it's been about 4 hours. It doesn't smell like paint anymore, and that's my sign that we should be okay. We're gonna do 2 coats anyway, so we'll hit it, see how it looks. It's the next day, they're fully dried, and that looks good. Looked good in person too. Let's throw these on the car. So problem with these headlights are, these are 3 bulb, 3 holes, whereas the OEM and these other aftermarket ones are 4 bulb, and they have the 4th bulb for this little side marker light, which is lit up with that. So this bulb was set up for reverse, brake, turn signal. So that's the holes we're going to match. Now on this particular tail light, it's reverse, turn signal, and then brake. And then these are the side marker lights as well. So basically we want this turn signal one to be at the end here. To get the turn signal bulb all the way over, we need to cut this electrical tape here to give us some slack. So just gonna open up the loom, take my razor blade and slice down the tape, and we should be okay. There we go, just like that. Don't nick your wires. Now the reverse one fits, however the other 2 don't. So you're gonna have to take a file and enlarge the hole. So if you notice, they have one section's long, the other 2 are short, and the short ones are kind of closer together. So you find the long one, match it up, see what's wrong. And in my case, if I match up the other holes and then I see where the long one is, it looks like we need to open this hole up backwards. So I'm going to take my file and carefully, because we don't want to scratch the lens inside, I'm going to file this like this until we open this hole up ever so slightly. And I ended up having a large upwards, downwards, and then this one as well. But it fits now. And then for the side marker light that we're not going to use anymore, I just took the bulb out and we're just going to stick it down, tug it back here. It'll be fine. Alright, I think that turned out pretty good. Better than I thought, actually. Now these are very, very cheap, junky taillights, but for what they are, they came out pretty decent. And I kind of like the candy corn. It's kind of growing on me, but whole lot better with this red instead of amber. That would have stuck out like a sore thumb. And with the lights on, you can see the brake light right there. Shows up a little funny on camera, but you don't see the bulb like that. It actually looks good. And I'm sure that's gonna look even better at night. Though I really like the reverse lights. I didn't like them at first, but they've grown on me. I think they kind of fit. It definitely has kind of a Euro vibe to it, but I don't know. I think it kind of fits this car right now. Yeah, the more I look at it, especially in camera, I think I really like this. So that turned out good. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.